Hi and welcome to hopefully the first video on this new booktube channel. I have filmed this video at least 3 times, so I hope this is the actual video that I'm gonna post. My name is Anneleen, spelled A-N-N-E-L-E-E-N. Yeah. Can I spell? Yeah. I'm 31 years old and I live in Belgium, and I've always wanted to make some sort of booktube channel and share my love for books. I thought, why not? Why not try and see if this is something I enjoy? I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag. I found the questions on like this WordPress blog. Apparently it's created by Brenda C, but I cannot find the original creator, so if I find them, I will make sure to link it down below, and obviously I will also link the WordPress blog. But without further ado, let's get into the questions. Question number 1, why did you start this booktube channel? I have 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is I'm a millennial. I'm a 90s baby. I grew up with the greats of YouTube, with Michelle Phan, with Elle Fowler, Juicy Star 7, basically all of the girlies that have now quit YouTube. But I always thought, how cool would it be to have a YouTube? Back in the day when I was like 13 years old, my best friend and I would be like, oh my god, we should make a YouTube channel. Nowadays we look back on that time being very disappointed in ourselves that we never did, because who knows, maybe we would have been the new Jenna Marbles. Also burns out and not posting anymore. No, but like I always thought it was a very cool thing to do. I'm not aspiring to do this as a career, absolutely not. I just wanted to have some sort of creative outlet, and I think this might be a fun thing to do. Aside from like just being obsessed with YouTube as a kid, I also had an Instagram account for a very long time. You're welcome to like follow it. It's the same handle as this booktube channel, booksbyanneleen, but I don't really post on there very much anymore. The thing with that Instagram account is that I had set out to make it because I wanted to share my passion for reading and for literature on there with like-minded people, but it turned very quickly into an Instagram account where I was just posting funny reels, and there is nothing wrong with that. Like, I love doing those reels, but it wasn't really what I set out to make the Instagram account for. And I also gained a very large amount of followers in a very short period of time because one of my reels went viral, which is very cool, but it scared the hell out of me because I felt pressured and I didn't really know what else I was supposed to like do with that. So yeah, I kind of gave up on it, and then I was like, well, I didn't really do what I was planning on doing with that Instagram account, so you know, maybe a booktube channel would be a good idea. Also because the booktube girlies or the booktube people actually have been popping off on YouTube, so I thought, you know, let's try it. Let's see if it's something I would enjoy. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I'm very sorry, there's construction outside, so I hope you cannot hear the sawing in the background. Do we need another white heterosexual woman on YouTube? Probably not, if I'm being completely self-aware, but I do think I could bring something unique to the channel because I have a background in publishing. I work for a very large publishing house in Belgium. I'm a non-fiction publisher, so I mainly focus on cookery books, lifestyle books, mind, body, spirit, basically everything that is not fiction. That allows me to have knowledge on how foreign rights deals are made, how books are made, what different like players are there in a publishing house. I go to book fairs quite frequently and I see new books and new titles. So I think, yeah, probably my background in publishing would be something unique to bring to booktube. Question number 3, what are you most excited about creating this channel? Probably connecting with the booktube community. I've heard only wonderful things about the booktube community. It seems a very like welcoming, fun place to be at. Like I said, I created the Instagram account so I could connect with people and kind of failed doing so. So that is mainly what I want to do. I want to talk about books. I've also recently been part of a book club, and it's so fun to talk about books and being excited about it. So probably that. I want to feel that with a larger audience. Well, larger, maybe like 3 viewers that see this video, but you know what I mean, like I want to talk about books. So yeah. Question number 4, why do you love reading? I'm gonna give the most standard question you'll ever have heard in your life, is that I love to escape with books. I love to be able to pick up a book, open the page, and be in a completely different world, a completely different culture, living a completely different life. I want to get away from the mundane existence that is my current life and just be somewhere completely different. And I think that is the main reason why a lot of people pick up books, because it is the most immersive experience you'll ever be able to have. So yeah, I'm gonna be the basic bitch and say to escape. Question number 5, what books and series got you into reading? Well, I think I speak for the majority of people my age, is that I got into reading thanks to a certain book series about a certain wizard that I do not want to name anymore because of the turf that she is. I think that's probably the series that got me into reading. After that series, I had sort of a large reading slump until Twilight came around. Yes, I actually owe a large amount of my reading love and obsession thanks to Twilight. After Twilight, I started to read like City of Bones and Divergent, Delirium, like all of those types of books, and since then I've kind of been reading non-stop. Sadly, I have to say Twilight. That was the reason. That's my reason for reading Twilight. Question number 6. What questions do you have for your favorite booktubers? Firstly, I would like to ask Emmy from Emmy Reads what her favorite Taylor Swift song is, because I know she's a Swiftie. And aside from her, I also watch a lot of Carolyn Marie Reads and A Clockwork Reader, Jack Edwards as well. And for the booktubers in general, I want to ask you how you combine this with a full-time job, because I know the majority of people that I currently watch are people that do this full time, but there has to have been a moment when you combine this with like a regular job. How do you do that? Because like I'm already struggling finding a moment when I can film this when there's enough light because of daylight savings. I only have like the evenings and the weekend that I can film. Yeah, probably how did you combine this with your full-time job? Question number 7. What do you think are the biggest challenges you have to overcome with your booktube channel? Probably linked to like the previous question, how do you combine this with a full-time job? Also because I think I'm not going to be able to be super consistent. Like, who knows, might I upload every couple of weeks, every few months, a couple of times a year? I have no clue. The second something also becomes a chore, I will automatically be inclined to not do said task. So I fear for this for this new hobby that I took on, because like I know myself. The second I'm like, oh, I need to film a video, I'm gonna not want to film the video. So we'll see how that turns out. But probably like consistency is the biggest challenge. Question number 8. When did you start to read? I think I probably started to read more consistently around the ages of like 9 or 10, because I vividly remember every single Saturday my dad would take my brother and I to our local library and we would just pick out books for the week. I remember I would pick out books on like the human body and different cultures, and I had quite a thirst for knowledge back in the day. So that was what I tended to read then, and then slowly but surely I got introduced to like a lot of Belgian authors. Question number 8. Where do you typically read? I read basically anywhere except on the couch. Like I will read right before bed, I will read on public transport, when I'm in a coffee shop or at a restaurant. Like the thing that I love to do is take myself out on a date and like have lunch somewhere on my own and pull out a book and read. Like that is my favorite thing to do. Probably anywhere except at home. Aside from like my bed, I don't typically read when I'm at home. I also am a very avid audiobook listener, so when I'm commuting, when I'm getting ready, when I'm doing anything that can be multitasked, I will be reading an audiobook. And lastly, question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I basically read anything except for non-fiction. I used to read a lot of fantasy and a lot of science fiction and dystopian, but I kind of, not necessarily outgrew it, but I just don't read them as much as I used to. I've broadened my horizons and I'm also reading a lot of lit fic, contemporary graphic novels, classics. Like it's a very jumbled group of books. I also love a lot of romance. So basically anything except for like self-improvement nonfiction, because I do read books on race and on feminism and biographies and stuff, but books on like how to manifest your dream life and become super wealthy, or books on chakras and stuff like that, no, I don't read that in my spare time, because I cannot. I do that every single day for my work. That's enough. I will read that when I'm at my 9 to 5, but if I'm in my house, if I'm outside and I want to read something, I will be reading 9 times out of 10 a fiction book. So well, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this first video on my booktube channel. I feel like I just rambled a lot and didn't really say much, but you know, we'll see. Hopefully I'll post this video. That was very, very scary, but hopefully the first of many. If you have any like fun questions, or if you want to get to know me better, please leave questions for me below in the description or in the comment section, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!